Welcome to Stylers Exclusive right here at New Lifestyle. I'm Lukun Kamlenga and I'm joined by our Loud Visions here in Chicago. This man sitting next to me is a huge inspiration. I mean, we're in the same field, but if you guys want to find out why, stick around and we'll get right into it. Man, that feels great.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thanks for joining us.
Oh, man, anytime, bro.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this,
Thank you, man.
It's like having coffee. Do you drink coffee?
I drink Pepsi.
Oh.
It's the same. It's like it give me that kick that I need.
So, I mean, how you like skin? Because coffee's not, Pepsi's not, it's dark.
I like Pepsi. Why? It just calms me down. It makes my day just go perfect.
Does it help you sleep at night?
Absolutely. It does everything.
It
it helps me sleep. It helps me get it cracking with my wife. You know what I'm saying? It does a lot, man. Thanks, Pepsi.
Got me thinking.
What about you?
When I drink coffee,
Yeah.
look at me.
Dark skin?
Dark.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
I don't know what you got in doing. Yellow mustard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's all good though.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm just trying to connect with my inner African, so.
I'm connecting with my outer Harvey, Illinois. Yeah.
You look like you got some Asian in you.
Someone else told me that.
Yeah, like.
No, I don't. All black. Light skin, black. My mama light skin, my daddy caramel. Unless she was messing around. That I don't know about. I don't know.
I don't think we're going to talk about that. But yeah, talking about, you, I look at you like, the first time that I actually met you, we doing a video and you just directing, and everything just goes like, is going perfect. You step out, you got your lights, you got the camera. I mean, you just like this. I'm like, who's this guy? He's like, it's like heaven sent.
Oh, man.
Just coming to a rescue. So
respect.
I look at you, I'm like, man, that's a huge inspiration, and you got your own business going on. So what is Our Loud Vision?
Our Lyles Vision is a video and photography production company where I'm the CEO, also the photographer behind the lens. I love to capture beautiful, beautiful artwork, beautiful portraits, beautiful weddings, landscape. Well, we capture a little bit of everything. But one of the main things that I like to present to my clients is great chemistry. So with Our Lyles Vision, no matter what production we're on set with, you're getting that amazing energy, that professionalism.
Kind of like quality. What we have right now.
Exactly. It's a good vibe.
Right.
It's not too stuck up. It's not too.
And I can run off with your equipment and you
wait a minute. Hold on. Pause. But yeah, man. Like, Our Lyles Vision is a global name now. I've been branding myself for a while, and it started with me being an artist, singing. And coming from the background of singing, which I always had a niche for visual. So that's how it came into fruition with the Our Lyles Vision. From that point, I created a team, start, piecing things together. At the end of the day, I felt like God gave me this vision, and I just wanted to follow that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever He wanted me to do, I was with it.
So, going back to when you just started, how did you start?
Overall, as a photographer,
just in general, I guess.
Industry.
Like just building up yourself, with your media company.
So I started in a group, Quiet Storm, from Chicago, based out of Chicago, but still global. Where we was a singing group. We were signed to Usher's mom, Janetta Patton, out of Atlanta, and we toured and made a really big name for ourselves on a independent and then a major level. From that point, I always wanted to be my own business owner. I'm sorry, an entrepreneur. Let me correct myself. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I always wanted to get behind the camera because I used to take pictures with my phone. And everybody say, man, Sean, those pictures you taking, what camera are you using? And I'd be like, man, there's no 5. But
Android.
Yeah, exactly. So shout out to Android sponsorship. So I always taking photos with my phone, which turned into investment. Which turned into, let's try this, let's try that, trial and error. Never had any real professional schooling behind it, more so hands-on, learning from other people's mistakes and my own. which led me here, which is branding myself. I understood marketing, I understood business from just the music industry, and then bringing in my wife to team up with me to give me that extra that extra.
I see
push.
why we connect on so many levels.
Because you got a wife, and we got a wife, and we vibe.
I feel like I'm living your past right now. You know,
respect.
Yeah, so I guess for me, like starting, you know, it wasn't like there wasn't anything. I didn't have money. Everything it was like a secondhand camera and just, you know, hands-on as well. So did you have, you know, like a huge sum of money, I guess, to start up with? You know,
Absolutely
was it just
not. Absolutely not. So what I did was I took my phone. I started off doing photography. I thought I was a professional photographer with a cell phone. I would book gigs with a cell phone.
Really?
Yeah, and when I would put up the post or whatever, and I'll get people to, you know, engage, and then when I would tell them, well, when you come to the session, I shoot a little different. I never told them what I was shooting with. So when they seen the outcome, they fell in love with it. Either way it go, they was like, man, what if you're doing that with a cell phone? Imagine what you would do with a real camera. So from that point, after booking a few people with a cell phone, I invested in myself, just a few dollars, maybe a couple thousand. Got a few cameras, and in the beginning, I bought 4 cameras because I didn't know. I was learning.
So now, quick question though: did you run off any of your clients when they got to this spot and see like you have
one? Yes, I did. Because that person was, I ain't gonna say his name, but they was expecting, you know, the big camera, the red cam or whatever, because they saw my images and they was like, you gotta be shooting with the big boy stuff.
I see.
And so when I pulled out, here's my camera, let's shoot. I had lights. I was using my living room lights.
Yeah.
Regular tungsten lights. Take the shade, turn it this way, that way. Yeah. And I was getting creative. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it said, God gave me the vision one time, and he just said, man, just go for it. I left corporate America. I was working for T-Mobile. And I remember the day, and I told my wife, I think I'm going to go full time with this.
Looking for that sponsorship, by the way.
Absolutely.
T-Mobile, I mean, we have T-Mobile. We're looking for that sponsorship,
Absolutely.
by the way. So, yeah.
And that was the inspiration. That was the day, the push to say, go. Since then, 4 years later, I've been pushing.
So was it hard for you to let go of corporate America?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. When you're passionate about something, you risk it all. You know what I'm saying? You just go for it. But you gotta, with that, taking that risk, you gotta hear from God first. I am connected with God, so you're gonna hear me speak about that. You know, with that said, I heard from God. I saw it. I prayed about it. You know, and I took my time with it. I was patient with it. And then when I felt in my gut, it's time, I took the chance. I gotta turn in my 2-week notice. I gotta go. I gotta be my own boss. I got tired of working for other people. And when I became an entrepreneur, doors opened. It ain't been easy.
Right.
And I mean, be clear, it hasn't been easy. But with the support of the wife, the team, family, and then now new clients coming around, they loving the work. Oh my God, it's a different vibe. And it just makes me go harder. Every day. All day.
So with
24 hours a day.
Right. So with that, I mean and how many years has that been?
4.
4 years.
Going on 4 years. Yep, I've been incorporated for, going on 4 years. It was the top of January was when I started, and it was going on 4 years.
I mean, I see your images, you know, mostly online, and I mean, just these beautiful images. I mean, sharp, crisp, final. I mean, the retouches.
You keep going. Oh man, keep going.
You know, because I mean, coming from that perspective of, you know, being an artist, I like to inspect like everything, and it kind of ruins it, you know, sometimes for other people, especially if somebody has content, they trying to show me like, what do you think about this, you know, and you begin to spot out certain
the imperfections,
like, which for me has been great, because it helps me to grow.
Absolutely.
And I don't know for other people, you know, they might find it whatever. So, but when I look at your work, I mean, I'm looking at a fine piece of art.
Thank you.
You know, you look, I'm like, what eye does he use to look?
I bring out my
through,
special
you know?
eye, my third eye. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going back with that.
The inspiration with the shots, it's my clients, man. I don't even take credit for that. It's the energy that we bring in together. You know, they giving me so much love, and they bring in professionalism to the table, and we just connecting. The camera I'm just shooting. That's all I'm doing. It's really the energy of the client. You know what I'm saying? And when it leads from the studio to production, that's when Sean kicks in. Now let me do my thing. You know what I'm saying? That's when the creative side comes in. Let me play with the colors. Let me sharpen whatever I do, you know, to enhance the image. I want to be commercial. I want to be the top dog. Period.
I can see that. I mean, being that way, and I know you have some of your images already being placed on billboards, and
that's a blessing, man. That's the most humblest thing right now. So many people come to me and say, "Man, you way up here," and I just say, "Man, I bring them down. Not mine. I'm growing." You know,
that's how we look at you.
Man,
though.
I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? That's how we look at you. I
appreciate
it's
that.
It's like this is somebody that you know.
Yeah.
You know, and you hoping like one day you can reach that climax, and you see somebody that you know, somebody who's down to earth. And that's the biggest right there, like so down to earth. Yeah. You know, and just being able to accommodate everybody and just not even holding back. Yeah. Showing what you know or giving yourself. Yeah. Allowing other people to come to you and just, you know, sharing and impacting these things. You know what I mean? It's huge for us.
To bounce off of to bounce off the billboard. When I saw that, it came through in a text. One of my clients, and it was on the expressway. I cried because it was like, and I'm getting emotional right now, low key, because that's your work. You know what I'm saying?
Don't cry, it's okay.
That's your work, and for the first time, it's on a platform that now other people can see. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't forcing it in your face. It's there. It's like I did that. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I fell to my knees that day, like, Lord, thank you, because I know what's coming.
What was y'all working on? Like, what was that project about?
This was the artist John Blue, signed to Jive Records, now touring around the world, still writing big records for a lot of people. It was his album, personal album. I had the chance to do the album cover, the inserts, and actually the video. And the actual CD cover made Billboard. Digital Billboard. Wow. So, and it was up for a while, and that love, man, was just outstanding. And from that point, publications just kept coming. And we're still growing that, you know what I'm saying, every day. And I look at that and say, that's one, now let's knock out another 20, knock out another 30. So when I set my goal for the year, Billboard is one of them. You next.
So, I think, like I said, we have a lot of things in common. But one thing we have in common right now, we have to clear out our throats.
I know. Oh my God.
Before we dive in the next question that I'm about to ask.
Dude, I've been hoping you was gonna pause. Yeah, God.
No, we keep it raw and real, so we gonna keep rolling.
Oh my God. Yeah. I thought it was just me. Okay.
Bring that back energy.
Ready? And go.
Feels so good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that Pepsi that you drank.
Shout out to Pepsi, I'm telling you. Pepsi, it do something, man. It got an after effect too, so there you go again.
After Effects. I like using After Effects as well. I guess that's another topic for another day. But yeah, so you also do weddings. How's that? Doing wedding, you know, photography and...
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
It's hell. It's hell. It is beautiful, but it's hell. First, it has to be clear and a clear understanding from you and the client what they want, what you're going to produce, and who's all involved. Number one. When you have a big wedding or small, if it's not structured and there's no organization, everything from that point will go downhill if you allow it. It takes a strong photographer and a crew to be able to move around in those situations and don't let the pressure get to you, because it will. You think about it. You don't set for 10 to 12 hours. You're dealing with multiple attitudes.
Right.
And then you're dealing with the pros and cons that come with that. You know, it looks beautiful, but it didn't start on time.
Right.
It looks, oh my God, the video looks amazing, but lighting is horrible.
Right.
So you have to kick in your professional attitude or your professional mind to adjust every second, because you just never know what may happen. Do I love weddings? Absolutely. The photos that come out of that, it's breathtaking. It's those images that change people's lives, and they hang on their wall. You know, it's those pieces that will be in a magazine or a storefront. You did that because you was able to capture that moment, which is again, breathtaking to that client. And it's amazing work when you can see, you touch somebody's life, you change their life through a photo, you know, on their wedding day. That's amazing to me.
Absolutely. And hopefully all your people who will be soon getting married, you can listen from the man and just be prepared.
Absolutely.
Because like, you know, actually being part of that, I can see all the chaos and I'm just like, man.
People think that because it is a lot of finance that come into a play with weddings. I mean, if you're just doing photography, one man photography, full day, you can charge $2,500 starting, and that's at a low rate, and that depends on the market you in. You know, if you live, say for instance, in LA, one photographer for a wedding charging $5,000 and up. But now you got to think about everything that goes along with that. You got to still go home and work after them 12 hours.
You still got to
go home and work.
Right.
You got to produce the images now.
Right.
The scary part about being on set in a wedding, it's live, it's real life.
Right.
Ain't no pause in this.
Right.
So hopefully you get the shot, because they pay you great money and you don't get it. Oh, now that's a real problem.
Right.
So you gotta be the businessman and the photographer all at the same time, and have great energy to make and pull out that whatever it is that you're trying to pull out your client to have that amazing shot. You got to do all that. You got to become everything. You got to wear multiple hats.
So for all your photographers that are watching and videographers, whatever, you just gotta nip it in the bud and take that advice, because
absolutely,
you know, a lot of people think they made it, you know, and they just don't want to listen. And I have a lot of run-ins with people like that. So the last question is, so how do you balance your work with family?
Having 6 kids, being married, I've learned to count on my wife, number one, to help me balance and stay on task. She over there looking good right now too.
We're gonna bring her in.
Yeah, she looking good. Helping me balance out the everyday life and running a business. 2 businesses, because we have a hair salon also. Is it hard? No, it's not. Once you understand your family, your kids, you understand their attitudes, you understand the good and the bad about them, you know how to move around. You know, for a long time, we was a family that had 1 car with 6 kids. How do you function? How do you do that? Everybody say, man, I know you guys are just pulling your hair out. But really not. We go on family trips. We've been to the Bahamas. We're going to, surprising the kids, they don't know, but we're going to Hawaii for Christmas.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
huge.
We're taking on things that most families would never do.
Right.
My wife, with 6 kids, she about to get 7 tonight. That's how bad she is, you feel? It's going down, you feel? No, but how do we balance it out? We got amazing kids, number one. We keep them active in so many different activities, and we keep them out the streets, number one. We keep God in our family, in our prayers. We keep God in our home. Everything we do, we tune God in, number one. But also, we got family to help. You know, the moms and the grandmas and stuff like that, very supportive, you know what I mean? But my hat goes off again to my wife. She holds down my house. You know what I'm saying? I'm out working, she out working. I'm more of the face of the brands, and she's the mom and the wife and the lover at home. And without her, this would be hectic. You know what I'm saying? When you got a wife, man, just to go a little bit in depth, when you have a wife that wants you and her to build up y'all credit at the same time, that's amazing. When you got a wife that wants your children from age of 6 to 16, that thing.
I need to grab my
6 kids, y'all. When you have a wife that wants everyone to win, when you have a wife that takes the time to work on kids' bank accounts at this early age and establishing credit and establishing all these amazing things, that's a keeper. That's a keeper. Because a lot of guys, they marry those young ladies, they look good. They commercial. Now I got one that's every day. Period. That's it. Like, you know, that Pepsi.
That Pepsi.
Hey.
That Pepsi, I guess that Pepsi was like, man, wish we had more time to just dive into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a pleasure to talk to you, man.
Thank you, man.
Just, I wish, like, again, we had more time to just go much into details, but, you know, working on a time crunch like this.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you guys get that inspiration that you've been looking for, and, you know, listen from the God himself. And I'm not just talking about, you know, just a regular guy. I mean, we're in Chicago. And most of us, you know, just aspire to be in the position where he's at. But, you know, it's a great opportunity and just an honor to sit down with him. So you guys make sure that you stick around because we have something special coming, an extended version of Stylus Extreme. You ain't never seen this before, so stick around and yeah,
Let's get it.
no cap.